Say, here's something I can read. Pretty well, anyway. It's in Latin. Forever glory, the and power, the and kingdom, the is, thou, thine. The is thine, kingdom, the is thine.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't read anymore. I know what that is. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards.
Hello and welcome to Bronze Age Monsters, the show where we wade into the weirdest and wildest waters of the comic books of the 1970s. This season on BAM, we're talking about Damon Hellstrom, aka the Satanic Manspawn, aka the Scion of the Netherworld, aka the Son of Satan. I'm your host, Matt Howell.
I'm your other host, Jacob Balcom.
Thank you for joining us this week, listeners. We are very excited to welcome back some good friends of the podcast, our brother Marvel podcast here in Portland, Marvel by the Month. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So we are specifically joined by Brian and Rob.
Yes. This is Ryan. This is the sound of Brian.
Yeah.
This is the sound of Rob.
No, we're so excited to have you guys back on. You were gracious enough to have us on when you were talking about Werewolf by Night. And
yes.
You've been on before, and it's been, we love it when you guys come on. And again, you were such huge helps with the screening of the Werewolf by Night special in Portland. So again, thank you so much for all of your help. That was a blast.
Oh, thanks for involving us. Yeah, I mean, we felt like big damn deals. Being able to be in proximity to all of that. So no, it was a super fun time. I still say, even this far into 2023, comics event of the season so far. So yeah.
Agreed.
Love it. Yeah.
Pull
No,
quote.
that was pull quote right there for sure.
Achieved.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm sure most of the people that listen to us probably listen to you guys because we talk about you guys constantly, and Michael loves listening to you. He talks about you constantly. So I'm sure our Venn diagram is pretty much a circle, but in case it isn't, what do you guys got going on for this season? Where are you at in Marvel chronology since you
Where
go?
are we at? Yeah, I think we're right in the middle of 1973 right now. So Gwen Stacy's just died. What else has recently happened? Oh, the Miracle Man came back in Fantastic Four. I lost money on that bet.
Yep.
So we're like, basically we are well into like the second generation of Marvel creatives. So like Stan has been gone for a year now. He's the publisher, pokes his head in to do a soapbox, and that's basically it. Roy Thomas is running the show. Steve Englehart has been around for about a year and is just turning everything upside down. Jim Starlin's hitting the scene right now. So it's a really weird and exciting time in Marvel history. And I knew some of the things that happened around this time, but I didn't realize it was going to be this fun or this weird of a ride so far.
Yeah, definitely
Yes.
monsters too.
Yep.
Just getting more and more into Tomb of Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the monster of Frankenstein.
Thank you.
Sorry. And we're getting to Avengers Defenders War. What did we just cover? It was something.
There was the
dumb
Doctor Strange.
I was just going to say that last episode you guys covered
Shumangora,
yeah.
right?
Shumagora.
Yeah.
Anyway, his name. Like how that's basically
the
the
off-brand
the
Lovecraft.
first good, rich Doctor Strange stuff since Ditko, essentially.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be dealing with the Steve Gerber issue. So has Gerber showed up yet? I think he has, right?
Yes,
yeah,
he has.
He showed up in Man-Thing.
Yeah, and he's writing Iron Man, I think, and a couple other things too. Yeah, he does pop in. It has Daredevil maybe he's writing Daredevil also. I don't know.
Don't ask.
Does he make it
I
good?
can't remember.
I'd like to say he does, but
No.
yeah,
Does anybody?
not until Frank shows up.
Not until Frank Miller.
Yeah. The long spell. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Yeah, well, okay. So I don't know. I think we were talking last time about. I think it was last issue that we were talking about this, but there was it was our Marvel team up, and there was a kind of a backstory, like read this, and it was for Marvel 2-in-1 8,
Okay.
I think, which was a Christmas story that Gerber wrote.
Okay.
That is one of the craziest things I've ever read. I am so excited for you guys to get to it. You reminded me of it, Brian, because Miracle Man shows up, and because it's Gerber, Jesus shows up.
Great.
And
The real Miracle Man.
Yeah, the real Miracle
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm very. I don't know. I almost made a little mental note. I'm just like, can't wait for the Marvel by the Month guys to get to this, because it is so good.
Excellent.
Plus, you guys just covered the first 2-in-1, I think, on that last episode as well.
It was like, I think it was a Marvel feature, but it is basically the soft launch of 2-in-1.
it's basically,
yeah,
okay.
like feature turns into 2-in-1
Yeah.
like after issue 12 or something like that. So
Gotcha.
Yep.
We're a few issues into the thing happening upon everybody for his
Yep.
And we just read all of the current run of
Mhm.
Warlock, so which just ended.
in the middle of
Random,
a fight in the Oval
which
Office,
it's very-
like that's where it stops. It's like
Yeah,
next issue,
it's like
there's not going to be one. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, Space Jesus versus the President. The end. Yeah,
Is that still Thomas, or you guys are on the? It's Starlin stuff, right?
Friedrich.
Oh, it's Friedrich.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten
Yeah.
to Starlin yet.
and Starlin's starting to knock around the Starlin verse now, just here and there. He's just test running some. Thanos has showed up in an Iron Man.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
is where he first shows up.
Yeah,
and,
Starlin Warlock. That's gonna get fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a few years, I think, in Marvel time before Warlock starts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is that in your time?
A year and a half.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the rate we're going at things, I think we get through about like 2.5 years a year. So
Mhm.
You guys got to franchise out like Batman did for a while and just
Yeah.
like,
yeah, I mean, we tried. Oh my God, we tried keeping this brutal pace of doing 4 months in 1 month, and I think, I don't know, it nearly killed us, nearly drove us insane. I think that's fair to say. Like we had.
Uh-huh. And we all just started hating
Yeah.
the comics. Like every
Yeah, it
comic
doesn't
didn't
make for a
matter.
good
It was
show.
Just I can't read 28 comics.
that's the danger zone.
I hate
Yep.
you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we slowed down a little bit, and wouldn't you know it, we're actually enjoying the show and each other's company again. So
Well, it hasn't. Listening to the show, I wouldn't have known that. The show is still just as good as ever. It's still one of the very few comic podcasts I listen to every episode with glee when it shows up. And
Nice.
if people out there listening, if you do listen to Marvel by the Month and you don't have the Patreon, if you don't subscribe to the Patreon and get the bonus episode, you're missing a lot. Like most of the time, an hour and a half of extra stuff, and that extra stuff is key to understing that month of comics. So
No ads for Raycons, no ads for Athletic Greens, nothing. It's just straight mainlining comics.
If you're tired of those boner pill ads, subscribe to the Patreon.
You can-
because that takes care of
you
it.
can choose your own mattress. We're not going to push one on you.
No. Well, yeah, I don't know about you guys. I feel like talking about some Marvel Spotlight 23.
I do need to taste this drink because I have not tasted it yet. So this is a
Oh.
non-Satan drink entry. I just found it on Guys Weekend. Somebody pulled out a cocktail book and opened it up to me, and it said the Stan Lee.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I won't read all this nonsense. It's basically 1.5 ounces of light rum, 3/4 ounce of gin, which it was in the description. We're saying the annals of hell are littered with people trying to put gin and rum together, and
Yeah.
it sometimes works, but rarely. They think this is one of them. 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice, a 1/2 ounce of grenadine, and a dash of Angostura bitters. You shake it and you strain it into a chilled coupe glass. So the Stanley.
Okay,
All right.
I'm suspect.
Oh wow, that actually works.
Wow.
Really?
Wow, I would recommend this.
Okay.
I'll share the recipe in the feed. Wow, that's good actually.
Fantastic.
Gin and rum. Who knew?
Feel like I do not like gin generally, but if you put some rum with it, maybe they just sort of cancel out into something new, so I'm
Yeah,
willing
in this
to try
case,
it.
it's grenadine and lime dancing in the foreground that make you forget that there's gin in there. So
Okay.
yeah.
I think you might
Yeah.
like it.
I heard that that was a cocktail that Jack Kirby invented, and then
Yeah.
they just decided to call it the
Yeah, they just
Stanley.
gave it to Stan.
Yeah.
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 Stand to
Yeah.
credit for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It started out
It's
as
weird.
a joke, and then it's like, oh no, that's just sad. That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's funny. I get it. I mean, I ordered a gin and tonic the other day, and they said a Bob Kane. I was like, sure, a Bob Kane.
Yeah.
Can I get a Jack and Coke this round? Oh, you mean a Bob Kane?
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, so I'm very excited to talk about this with you guys. This is Marvel Spotlight on the Son of Satan, number 23. This is the penultimate Son of Satan issue on this run for this character before he gets spun off into his own short-lived book. This is cover dated August of 75, and we have pencils from Mr. Gil Kane. He's been doing a great job so far. And inks this time are by Esposito. No tinkering from Mr. Romita. And we have here the inside of Damon's St. Louis digs, his long-term hotel manor that he's rented out while he's there in St. Louis being an exorcist. And we have a hairy Hulk-like being smashing through the windows and coming in. And he has a big club and he says, "Now, Damon Hellstrom, you die." And Hellstrom's jumping back with his trident in hand, which is charging up. And he says, "I'm attacked by a demon from the nether depths, and even my soul fire can't stop him." And the bottom says, "In the darkness, there dwells Trog." And so this guy looks like a Hulk, Bigfoot kind of werewolf. It's kind of Pooh's werewolf. And he has purple trunks on.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that Damon's standing. It's because it's his home. This is where he rests between cases. So there's a pentagram with candles burning at all the points, and all of his. We love. I don't know if you guys have kept up on the season, but we love all of his tomes of esoteric knowledge that he has to go back and refer to constantly. So I was really excited. They got featured in a cover, which seemed really weird.
Incredible.
Oh, it's so great. And yeah, Matt and I get so excited because so many times in this run, Damon, he identifies the enemy, and before he goes to fight, he goes to his den and sits and researches his old tomes, maybe for a full day. We don't know. He just charges himself up to go superheroing with his vintage books. And yeah, we can't like that enough.
Well, for me, it's just such an honor to be here on the issue that we get the debut of Trog. And I mean, the 15 pages of Trog content in this issue, just the battle between these two that just rages. It's, I mean, truly one of the highlights of the series.
It's a key issue.
Everything builds to that moment right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think you guys, I'm hoping to get this right. I thought you guys just covered the Werewolf by Night issue. Isn't Krog?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the one, the demon that turns
the
into
bunny.
a rabbit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had Michael Giacchino was on that episode, and and so he's like, "Oh, I know this one." Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get into here eventually, but we also have a rule on here. I know Rob, you're not imbibing, but when the cover doesn't really explicitly depict something that happens in the book, we have to drink, and this doesn't really happen. Not like this.
This doesn't happen at all.
And the character Trog in the book is not hirsute. He's not like a Sasquatch Yeti werewolf guy. He's just a dude.
Yeah, he looks like King Kong Bundy from old pro wrestling, with a little bit more hair and a head of hair.
Yeah.
So I was excited about this cover before we jump off here into the issue, just because it reminded me of like that same era when people jump off of Werewolf by Night, which is my favorite stuff, which is around when Perlin came on, and this reminds me of like that. What's the guy's name? The Jekyll and Hyde guy, Jacob, not Despair. That's the Man Thing villain, but something. Deprave.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah, just when he gets goofy and sees one off, I'm Quasimodo for one issue and you'll never see me again. I love all those guys. So I was excited about Trog.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Can I just one thing about this cover is that I kind of wish Ramita would have altered a little bit on the faces, on Damon's face, because it doesn't look as great as when Jazzy John gets to actually do finishes on it.
Fair enough. I do like the monster face though.
Monster face is great. That's just straight up
On fleek.
Yeah, that's straight up like, it's half Plug, half Perlin. It's all great. But yeah, Damon's face, maybe not the best.
It's fair enough. It's a good napkin.
Yeah,
drawing.
it's a good napkin drawing.
You know what else this reminded me of, Jacob, was how much we loved when Jack was staying in Colden House, the swinging singles apartment complex, and it would get completely fucking demolished every other issue, and he'd get yelled at by the landlady because of all the smell of burning incense and goat fur and all the weird shit that was going on.
Yeah, didn't the golem destroy his swinging
indeed.
pad once? Yeah, no, that's good times. Good times. Miss that Jack guy. Exciting that you guys get to go through Jack's early appearances now.
It's a lot of
great to
fun.
listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. Should we jump into the issue?
I'm so ready.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. This opening page, the title of our story is In This Light, Darkness. Our cast of creators, we have Steve Gerber and Mike Friedrich writers, Sal Buscema artist, Dan Green inker, John Costanza letterer, Don Warfield colorist, and Len Wein is editing now. So I think at this point, Gerber's still going pretty strong. He is writing this month on the newsstand. He has Defenders, Man-Thing, Giant-Size Man-Thing, Tales of the Zombie Annual, Crazy Super Special, and
super.
Yeah, it was not. It never is. And this issue of Marvel Spotlight, Sal is also. I love that Sal is teamed up with Steve on Defenders for a long time.
Yeah,
it's like the two of them do this book and Defenders in tandem. It's really cool.
I'm buying that Defenders Omnibus Volume 1 after.
I know.
I didn't realize that Steve jumped on like at 24 or whatever issue that was.
Oh yeah.
I'm so in.
Yeah. And Sal is, I mean, where we are in 1973, he's drawing Defenders then. So, like, he sticks around, apparently, after Englehart leaves. He's just like, nope. And, I mean, it's like kind of the perfect Sal Buscema book where I feel like he's a totally underappreciated artist. But just
Absolutely.
like, it's just a workhorse. Like, he can draw anything. It looks good. And, it's none of it's especially flashy. But, the Defenders is exactly that book. So, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Brian, because I was going to ask both of you guys. So, Rob, maybe you can answer as well. Like, I've had my third eye open to Sal this season. Like, he was a guy that I would kind of grown when I was a kid, and then as I got to like him more as an adult. But reading this run, I was just like, holy shit, man, this guy's like moving way up the depth charts for me.
Oh yeah, I still get sad with Don Heck stuff, Don Hell. But when it comes in, I'm like, somebody just half-assed it. Oh, okay. But Sal, he shows up and he does a great job, and he does a lot of, like, Defenders does bring a lot of different settings at random and scenes, and he's like, we're in a castle, we're in a high rise, we're
in space,
we're in space. Yeah. We're under the water. Okay. And he just deftly does everything. And, he's very underappreciated.
Cool.
So yeah, Sal's also doing Captain America, and he's doing Marvel Team Up 36 this month, which features Spidey teaming up with Frankenstein's monster and a certain man-wolf to battle Baron von Stupp, which is such a great. I know, I do that every time. Man, we had such fun talking about that issue with my friend Greg Begoni, an artist in Portland. Oh my God, that issue is so fucking crazy. And again, it's funny. I have like a mental list of like all these favorite issues that we've talked about, and we're just a little bit ahead of you continuity wise.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, God, I can't wait till Marvel by the Month gets to this.
He's truly a Hostess ad villain, like come to life.
Fantastic.
That whole comic is just a fruit pie ad, basically. It's so great.
It is definitely aimed at a younger and simpler audience, and the leaps of logic sometimes are just absolutely legendary.
Yeah, it's like when it's your stepping stone, right? There's Spidey super stories, and you're like, Mom, I want something more grown up.
Yeah.
not dead girlfriends. God, no.
No. Marvel Team Up, though. Yeah. That's good. So this is the first time that we've dealt with Dan Green, who is the inker. So I was going back. I was looking at his 70s stuff, and I know his work because I mean, Dan was one of the artists on all of my favorite X-Men issues from the 80s. And in doing a little bit more research and going on Grand Comics database, yeah, like in the 70s, he worked on Doctor Strange. He did some really cool covers. But I think by issue 179 of Uncanny X-Men, I think that's the one with the cover that Caliban and Kitty are getting married. He and John Romita Jr. So they're credited. It's like John Romita Jr. and Dan Green artists. But on GCD, it breaks it down that Romita just did the breakdowns, and that Dan Green did finished art and inking. And in kind of looking at I went back and kind of just looked at other Romita stuff a little before that, Romita Jr. and after that, and I realized that I think the stuff that I loved so much about those 80s X-Men issues, particularly the Mutant Massacre stuff, I think that's Dan Green.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't know. I think from that break, like if you're Romita Jr. is doing the breakdowns, but Dan Green pretty much just does everything else. So I mean, is that an unfair thing? I really think probably there's a little more Dan Green, kind of magic on that. I would think it seemed a little more different than Romita Jr. stuff. Rob, that run of Uncanny pretty well from that period.
Yeah. I'm searching my mental Rolodex, but it's I think you're right. Like the lines that there's all kinds of hints that it's not like finished pencils from Romita Jr. It must be, sure, he might be blocking things out, setting up scenes, maybe more, maybe. But it still looks very different than what his work is of that.
It also
same
feels
time
like
period.
that's when like Romita Jr.'s style is maybe a little more generalized, like a little more generic.
Right.
Like he obviously reinvented himself a little later than that. So it's like it is definitely one of those situations where it's hard to tell how much he's doing because he didn't have a real prominent style. So by having a real strong embellisher, as opposed to just an inker, that could have made a big difference there.
Yeah, he was definitely his father's son the first several years of his career where he wasn't quite sure what he was doing.
Oh, for sure. But
then he just exploded like he took ayahuasca. I was like, I know what I'm going to do. It was very distinct after that moment.
Yeah, but it's like, growing up as the son of, one of the most influential, artists in Marvel history. It's like, it would be very hard to, get too far away from under that tree, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I do think that artist named Dan may be just generally unappreciated in Marvel history. I think Dan Adkins is another, like someone who's like, I feel like he always does a really solid, capable job. I'm never sad to see his name, but like I couldn't pick his stuff out of a lineup. So
is Dan Adkins, Jacob, the guy that has the incredible tracing machine?
Yeah. That's the controversial Dan Adkins.
Oh, really? This I didn't know.
So there was this early fanzine that, and it was someone big that wrote the article. And now, of course, I can't remember because I did that research for season 1, and all that's just gone.
But like a Paul Levitz or a.
It was a creator, actually.
Oh, a creator. Okay.
I think. And they had this big thing in an alter ego issue a few years ago where they republished the article, and it was this whole deal. And the article was called Dan Adkins and the Incredible Tracing Machine.
Oh no!
And it was a guy that had identified all the swipes and all this other stuff. And so this happened, I don't know, like in the 70s, and the letters columns in Alter Ego for the next few months were artists and fans just like writing in and just being like, oh, I knew it, that sucks. And all these artists being you guys are jackasses. Like, we have swipe files, right? Like, I don't know how to draw a car from fucking memory. So, this is what we do, right?
Yeah.
And
everybody does it.
Yeah. So it was really, really fascinating. But I think it's pretty easy to find online. But,
okay.
But the article is truly fascinating. And it kind of made me, I mean, at first I was just like, oh, Dan Adkins, I don't know what I think about him. But, the more that I read the other letters, and then especially in issues where you guys have talked about his artwork, and he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Having the wherewithal in the 70s to like identify swipes seems like a really, really specific skill set. Like,
how do you do? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, mimeographing these fanzines and like, he's got the overhead projector out.
yeah,
and
totally.
he's doing
Like, what the fuck, man?
The light table. Yeah.
exactly. It's so pretty nerdy.
Yep.
Even for comics.
Yeah, that's like proto troll.
It was. The article really
New
was
band.
kind of like one of those. Yeah, it was like really early incel work. But anyhow, so we'll jump into this issue. So the story opens with a full page illustration of Damon flying towards us, on his flaming chariot of demon horses. The opening narration reads, "The tourists in St. Louis Gateway Arch are blinking their eyes at this moment, not really believing they've just seen a flaming chariot fly by. Didn't Harry Reasoner just mention something last week about strange doings here? Yeah, but he didn't show any pictures, did he? Certainly not like this. We doubt it, kind people. Damon Hellstrom, son of Satan, has never stood still long enough for even a handheld videotape unit to film him." That's the clunkiest way to say that. A camcorder for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd look up Harry Reasoner. I wasn't familiar with him. So
he's a reporter, right?
Yeah.
He's a huge reporter.
Okay.
Yeah. He was from the Midwest, and then he went to, on the national scale, like in the 70s, he was bounced around ABC and 60 Minutes and whatever. He was a huge guy, Dan Rather type scale guy.
Gotcha.
Just like they just pulled him in here for no reason. And I did like the remark that they mentioned that it's a handheld videotape unit, because
Right.
my knowledge of video technology this time was you had the camera, which was about 50 pounds, and you had this thing slung over your shoulder with this huge case that had batteries and a tape recorder in it. And like, so yeah, just having the first handheld was probably a big deal. It's probably still 40 pounds, but
Right.
I'm sure it was even heavier. Yeah, I mean, videotape stuff obviously had been around for a really, really long time. And my first, I always go back to that weird like run of 7 or 8 Twilight Zone episodes to where they're like,
oh yeah,
we need to cut costs. Let's shoot them on
shoot 'em
videotape.
live. Yeah, shoot 'em, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most famous one of those is the Art Carney Night of the Meek.
Yep.
If everyone remembers that, but then you go back and rewatch it, and you're like, "Oh shit, this is on shitty videotape."
Yeah.
This looks like this is a Pruder film because it's on the same camera.
Pretty
Yeah.
It pretty much is.
What's the name for the technique they did in the old days when they wanted to capture like a live TV, and they would set a film camera up to film a video monitor on a live transmission in the studio?
Oh wow. No, I don't know
I'm
about
blanking
this.
on the name for that term.
There is a name for it.
Yeah, like Ernie Kovacs and stuff like that. That's
Right.
all. Whatever that is
Okay.
that like a film version of a live broadcast from a signal monitor.
Wow.
I love this art. I love the motion and the lines here of him swooping in from the top left to the bottom right. And we love his demonic horses, Hecate, Set, and Amon.
Yeah.
I think their names are.
Sweet.
They're just awesome.
Yeah.
I like their bright colors too. It's just like My Little
Yeah.
Pony went.
Yeah. Because you don't want to mix them up, right? You don't want to.
No,
That's not Hecate. That's Set, dum dum.
yeah.
Neapolitan horses.
And I love that they have like two-toed sloth claws for paw or for hooves.
Yeah, the design's really cool on them, and yeah, guys, you'll probably see this or maybe have some input on it as you get further into the 70s. But we're kind of coming up with this theory that we think that Petra Goldberg really was more influential than anyone gives her credit for, because we feel like this palette that we see in here and we see in other horror books really started with Petra, and specifically in Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
To where, a lot of the purples and magentas and strange things that she kind of pioneered became almost like a house horror style that we've been kind of, I don't know. Matt, are you in agreement with me on that?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've come to this realization in the last few episodes, like, wow, she's really kind of informing the entire look of this line of books, it feels like, the color palette.
Yeah, it's really cool. And of course, for as influential and amazing of a colorist as she is, No articles about her. No,
I found one photo.
Yeah.
Not one photo.
Yep.
She's like
not
sunbathing.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, Matt and I, and that she has no social media presence. We don't know if she's alive.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we fantasized about getting a ton of Patreon money and just hiring a private detective.
Right.
I've also developed a time traveler crush on her. So
Yeah.
once we get that worked out.
Yeah.
She is so awesome. So yeah, anytime I get to talk about Petra Goldberg. So yeah, she'll be coloring a lot of the comics coming up that you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Her name
so
comes
yeah,
up a lot
see-
already. So yeah.
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 Cool.
So let's move on. On the next page, Damon jumps off his chariot. I love that he just bails and just kind of dives because his trident can fly,
Yep.
like a witch's broom. And he's really disturbed that his notoriety is growing. Like he can't operate in the shadow of darkness like his father likes to do, unseen and unnoticed. Like he's getting, as he's wearing he's shirtless with a red cape on with a giant collar and red tights and gold boots.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say, I mean,
trident.
there's things you could
Just
do.
flames everywhere behind where
Yeah.
he goes.
Yeah.
Like the chariot, the trident. There's just a stream of
Yeah.
flames behind
but
everything.
why
It's
are people
Sia.
looking at
why is
me?
everybody taking pictures of me?
Yeah.
I'm just wearing a mask and singing in public.
Yeah.
So he's diving into his digs that he has had since he's been in St. Louis. So as we mentioned before, Gerber immediately took the book over and moved him to St. Louis for a case and then just put him up in a long-term hotel. And that's where he's lived since Gerber's been here.
Yeah.
And I love that. And he's diving into his place and he's thinking about moving on. He's thinking about it's time to go back to his New England digs, his very gothic cliche house where his demon horses rest. But he can't quite leave St. Louis yet because there's an undealt with issue of the Legion of Nihilists. And I was so stoked when I was like, oh my God, Gerber invented the Legion of Nihilists.
Yep.
He brought them in several times. And now his character's like, I can't just split. These guys are just here fucking being nihilistic.
Yeah. We thought they were the D tier of Gerber characters, but suddenly, yeah, they're an unfinished thread that Son of Satan has to take care of.
They were
that
Great
was
Lakes
so
Avengers at first, but now they're like,
Yeah.
well, first of all, they did kill somebody in the last storyline. So like
They did.
they actually are going beyond just like dressing like Roman soldiers and being weird about nothing is everything is nothing.
Yeah.
And now they're murdering people. So it's actually
Yeah,
getting more
but-
disturbing and dark as it goes.
I mean, like St. Louis cops do that on a weekly basis. So I mean, it's like, I just feel like his energies are misplaced here.
they're probably all cops if you dug into them, right?
Probably are.
But he senses a presence in his hotel room and he whips around. Who are you? What business have you in the home of Damon Hellstrom? And he turns around and we see this very Merlin-like figure. He looks like a tarot card character of this wizened old man with a long white beard holding up a lantern. He says, I am called Father Darklight, devil's whelp. I come to bring you soothing agitation, to impart to you the wisdom of ignorance, bring you the light from the dark side of the moon. So, yeah, if you didn't know, this is already the speak of the nihilist.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
And this is such a huge get. I mean, Led Zeppelin 4 had just come out a couple of years prior. And to be able to get the Hermit for this issue was just amazing.
His name is Gary Zoso, but yeah, you can call him Hermit.
Have him drop a Pink Floyd album name too, just to mix it up.
yeah.
Father Darklight does sound cool. And with the YTE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just that name sounds pretty badass.
I have to say, as a kid, I'm sure all of you did the same thing. As a comics fan in the 4th and 5th grade, you probably drew your own comics and made your own characters, and you probably still have those stapled together somewhere in a memory chest of something. But I think every single person made a dark light. Like, man, it's like opposites.
Yes.
He shoots hard light,
Yeah.
but it's dark.
That's kind of the genius of Gerber, is that he just took that 11-year-old self and nurtured it forever. Like, I mean, like 50 years he wrote off of that, and it was brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kraft.
Yeah.
Both of those guys seem to just milk their journals from when they're in high school and just make awesome shit out of them.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, even though, and again, we feel like we should point it out a lot of times. As weird as Gerber got, he did not take any drugs.
Nope.
I know. Yeah,
which is so crazy. You bring up Kraft, who took every drug.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And rode a motorcycle and was an actual badass.
He was an actual badass. But yeah, Gerber, like, this shit just comes from his head, Ditko style.
I love
Or
it.
Contact High from Englehart, or
I was going to say, of all the Steves in Marvel at the time, you would have thought that Englehart wasn't the one doing all the drugs, but it turns out
He was.
he was.
Yeah,
he
sure
absolutely
was.
was.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's self-professed. Yeah.
So I was just thrilled with this page. Just first of all, we haven't seen him like go back home for a while because he had a kind of a big saga journey that happened, and so it was always nice when he touches base, touches grass, and collects himself, and then to have a bizarre. Like, Gerber's not going to let this guy rest. It's going to keep getting weirder every time something happens. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, next page. So yeah, Darklight kind of continues his sentence, like, from the dark side of the moon, or perhaps simply kill you. And then, his lantern explodes. Those two middle panels I fucking love. I love the lantern kind of exploding with light, and then Damon's expression just with black behind him. And we see his face is definitely like, what the fuck? And then we see what he's looking at. And it's Trog, who looks nothing like Trog on the cover. He is nearly, basically hairless, with a little bit on his head, a lot on his shoulders, but not a freaking werewolf like the guy on the cover was.
Yeah.
Carrying a club, wearing a torn loincloth. And he says, I am Trog, the future man from 1 million BC. I bring you life at the end of my club. And then, just kind of slams into Damon. He says, I bring you the health of a battered skull. Surely you will gladly welcome me? Which the question mark, it really delighted me.
Yeah.
At the end of that. And then Damon replies, with the blaze of hellfire I do, monster. And then, blasts him with some soulfire from his trident. But as I was reading this issue, I mean, I knew there was going to be a Trog, as promised on the cover, but kind of didn't see this one coming.
Yeah, it's like he got hit with a spell of epilation before he he showed up.
This Trog actually looks more like Hyde from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Absolutely.
The Pat Mills style.
Yeah. Good reference there. So I read this twice, once yesterday and once today. The first time I read through, I was like, cool. I wish he was in this more. The second time I was like, I am Trog, the future man from 1 million BC.
Yep.
BC is before Christ.
Yeah. This is
Before
opposites,
Common Era.
man.
Yeah.
This is opposites.
He's got nihilist
it's oppositism.
Oppositism.
He's got it nailed.
I was not picking up on the Bizarro thing. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he brings you the health of a battered skull.
No, I got all those, but I was just like, wait, you can't do that with numbers, though. Like, years mean something.
But he found a way, Pat.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't it also
Fair enough.
it doesn't just sound like a 70s Kirby character also, like Trog, the future man from 1 million BC? Like this,
Yes.
he could have absolutely shown up at OMAC. Like,
And I would buy the absolute.
Yeah.
Or Commandi or something.
Yep.
You know? I mean,
Amazing.
Yeah.
So he's destroyed that Billy Club or whatever that is. And for a moment, Damon feels his demonic side taking over. He quickly represses it. And he just lays into this beast with the back end of his trident instead of the front. So that's a lot of restraint for Damon because he deals with his demonic half frequently and fights with that. So he throws him into his bookcase of awesome books that probably cost $1 million all told. These are all first, second editions, handwritten, illuminated texts from medieval times. This beast goes flying back into it. They come crashing down on top of him, and then he just kind of fades away. And he's gone. And
that's it.
This great panel of Damon going, what is going on here? One moment, the caveman is real. The next, a phantom? Answer me, old man. Why do you seek my death? And he whips around because a voice from behind him, which is Father Darklight, saying, I have a definitive circumlocutive answer for you, Satan's son. Yes, he has an Odin's son appellation now.
Satan's son. Can you add that to the epithets at the beginning?
Well, Satan's
AKA,
coming up a lot of there, but yes, I'm going to try and work it in.
AKA Satan's son.
Yes, and circumlocution is basically saying a lot of things, saying something simple with a lot of words.
Right.
So I love that he just calls out, I'm just going to be jibber jabbing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm in no mood for games, old man. Have you ever experienced an everlasting love that disappeared over a sunny weekend? I am like that. And then Damon says, oh, fuck, a nihilist. He's like, perhaps. And then there's the starburst of whoosh, and he explodes in light again as he's pointing at Damon. And Damon's rubbing his eyes from the light. He's like, a believer in nothing. And this one appeared a leader, if such a group could have one, because,
Right.
I suppose I should spend the time unraveling this new mystery, but my flight back from New York has exhausted me, asterisk. I'll sleep now. And Steve is writing Defenders now. He stuck Damon in there, and they just fought the Sons of the Serpent. And this is the third iteration of the Sons of the Serpent. I'm sure you guys know the previous ones.
Oh,
but,
yes.
Oh yeah.
So apparently they are a paramilitary racist, like white supremacist group that does fuck shit up with the Avengers. And the
Yeah,
people.
and the first two times they
Yeah.
show up, it's actually non-white people leading them, which
Yep.
is kind of a
That's
messed up
right.
statement
I
to
saw
make.
that on
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
There's a Asian American and then, a black
and then
white supremacist.
Montague Hale, black white supremacist.
So is he truly a black white supremacist,
Yes.
or are they trying
Well,
to
no.
foment anti-racism
It's-
by pretending to be
Yeah.
white racists?
Yeah, Rob, do you want
That
to take
one?
this one? Because I don't want to. I don't
His,
want to go on record about any of this.
His pal, I'm not. I'll do my best, but he is in cahoots with a journalist who's sort of like a any Fox pundit, and the two of them argue to foment, sort of a race war, but it doesn't make any sense. I think it's a Roy Thomas thing, and it just sort of falls apart entirely. The point is not made or landed, and it just seems like, well, you had an enemy, a villain that was white supremacist, and then you made a black white supremacist and undermined the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, maybe civil rights in general, Roy, so whoops. But yeah.
Yeah,
Or was he predicting
that's-
Candace Owens? We don't know. We don't know.
Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
You know?
The whole takeaway from it really just feels like the bigger problem in 1971 is not white supremacy or civil unrest or anything like that. It is the fact that, boy, people just argue way too much.
Yeah.
It's a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the episode you guys did on that, and it was genius.
Oh,
yeah,
it was hurtful.
Really,
Yeah.
yeah. No. Whenever you guys are super pained, it makes for good podcasting.
I remember
No.
the first time we ran into the Sons of the Serpent. I think Douglas Wolk was our guest when the story was just beginning, but we hadn't gotten to the climax of it yet. He's like, "Do you know where this goes?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right, good luck."
Yeah, there was a pregnant pause and big
Yep.
eyebrows and like, oh boy, you guys
Have
are
fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
What
God.
better way to deal with our racial issues than comic books? I
Yeah.
mean, there's got to be a way we can make this work.
Then Roy Thomas written comic books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stir of nuance.
Page boy haircut.
Yeah.
Then a bunch of very young white men telling you
Yeah,
what's
well,
wrong with the
that's-
country. Yeah.
Yep. That's what this country needs.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So, okay, next page, we switch to the Student Union cafeteria at Gateway University with Damon sitting with Dr. Catherine Reynolds drinking tea yet again. So, the last panel of the previous page, Damon is getting ready for a nap. He's drinking tea on this one. He's done this many times. He's so comfortable with himself and his, satanic heritage and everything. He realizes that he just needs to rest. Sometimes he'll just stop and he'll just be like, I need to take a nap. And then other times he'll just be like, no, I'm just going to rest and I'm going to drink some tea. It's one of his traits that I really admire, and I'm going to try and do more in my real life.
It's good self-care.
Yeah, it is. So, but seriously though, that panel of him drinking tea, that profile of him looks so badass. It reminded me so much of Frank Robbins' Johnny Hazard. And I was like, oh yeah, Frank Robbins, Johnny Hazard. And so I went and looked, and the cover of one of the collections, I'll have to put it in the feed. It looks exactly like this.
Oh,
There's
wow.
literally a pose of Johnny Hazard like this. So I was just like,
Might
interesting.
be a tracer.
Yeah, exactly. But so then we meet Byron. Byron shows up, And yeah, oh God, this joke was so terrible. He says, "Hate to interrupt, folks, but your friendly neighborhood student priest is in mighty need of company." Which, yeah,
Did
he's
the
a
job.
student. Yeah, it did the
Now
job.
Brian and Rob know what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a seminary student.
He's a seminary student. He is, he's the cold water that gets thrown on Damon a lot. And he, Byron sits down. He looks very distraught. He's saying that there's been phone calls back at the friary condemning all Franciscans for heresy and sorcery because I alone associate with you, Damon. He says a few of the fathers there take it seriously and they're getting edgy. See, these calls threaten violence, and if I'm not expelled from the order. So yeah, this was an interesting twist.
I love this dude just sits down and immediately lays a giant guilt trip on the son of Satan. It's like
he's done it before.
It's like, where do you think this is going to get you, dude?
And also, knowing the son of Satan just validates your whole Christian theology. So run with it,
sitting
man.
down to eat with the son of Satan. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, what's up?"
It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
cafeteria cheeseburger."
I'm sorry. Am I ruining your Christian church? It's like, that really breaks my heart.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, Damon he's just been pondering something, obviously, in each of these panels that we see him, and yeah, he hates nihilists. It really gets under his skin for some reason. I guess because Damon's all about some side of theology, I guess. And if these guys believe in nothing, but I love that the existence of the Legion of Nihilists disturbs him more than any other villain for some reason, like at his philosophical core, which I love. Yeah, he says, and that's all he thinks about.
Just coming upon this, no knowledge of the Legion of Nihilists, or if I did, it was not in my, in my accessible memory, but it was just instantly the Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah,
so
we've made many jokes.
I'm certain. So yeah, I'm just like, he's so mad at these nihilists,
yeah, he is,
and it just kept getting funny.
Yeah, but these men are cowards, Donnie. They're not going to do anything to you. Yeah. So yeah, they and Catherine Reynolds is all stoked. She wants to go with, of course. And he, is Damon's. He's like, "I would prefer if you didn't, Kathy." But she's actually sticking up for herself. She says, "Nonsense. I've been involved with them from the beginning, and I intend to be involved right up to the end." So I think it was last issue that we talked. Was it in Team Up? Where I think it was in the Conway written Team Up where Kathy's saying, "Oh, I'm so qualified. Like, this is my field. I'm going to come with you." And he's like, "No, you stay at home." And so,
this is like the third time he's done this now. Like,
I know. Yeah.
My note was just, Gerber, stop benching Kathy. Like, what the fuck? Like, she makes a good point. Like, I've been on these cases with you since they started. Stop fucking telling me to sit at home and wait.
Yeah. She's an expert. She's an academic, or an academician, as Damon called her a few issues ago. So yeah, I know it's silly. And so I'm glad that she's going along. And Byron too. He's just like, obviously I have a stake in coming as well. As a matter of fact, I insist. And Damon's eyebrows on this page are out of control.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, "Very well, but you may not like what you see."
Yeah.
He's got the same problem as Namor. Like, to show him with a raised eyebrow takes a lot of
you
forehead.
have to go all the way up to the crest of the hairline. Yeah.
Bill Everett would be so proud right now.
I absolutely love every depiction of Damon on this page.
Right? That was in my notes too.
Profile,
it was like every panel.
That fifth panel, like, it's just, he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just that brooding intensity.
Yeah.
And seriously, I got to go back to Dan Green, because we've seen Buscema with a lot of inkers.
Yep.
I think we had Bob McLeod last.
This is a standout one, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big one. Like, this is the one where I'm like, "Oh fuck, man, Dan Green gets it. Like, he gets Damon."
Yeah.
Sal, Dan Green, and Gene Colan Damons are my favorite so far.
Nice.
This season. You guys aren't privy to this, but there's this mansion that he tracked the Legion of Nihilists out in the middle of nowhere the first time he met them. And it was called, I looked it up, it was what was once the country estate of a prominent local banker in Baldwin, Missouri.
It's never mentioned again.
Nope. But they are rooted in this prominent banker's abandoned mansion, which I fucking love on the outskirts of St. Louis. So
Seems like
he's
that's the
"All right,
story.
you guys."
Like
I know,
I
right?
mean, all due respect to Trog, but like I'd like to find out about this mansion, please.
Yeah, no, they're bearing the lead for sure.
Definitely. So they arrive at the mansion and they're about to enter, and he's telling them the whole thing about this is where I first met them, and it might divine some clue to their current location. And Len gives us a flashback. It's 20, like I said. And they hear from behind them as they're about to enter the door, "You need not look any further, seekers." "Who?" "Father Darklight." And sure enough, there he is again, arms up, lantern raised. "We of the Legion have agreed upon a reward for you who have opposed us so often. We have granted your life's greatest reward. Death." By the way, he's standing on Kathy's car. Which maybe like, that is definitely the Kenner playset. I would do that too. Like, just put him on the car.
Yeah.
And so out of the lantern, this bunch of light and plasma starts swooping out, and it takes the form of an eagle and the body of a lion. It is a griffin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited about this because I like dorky stuff like this. This time, no nonsensical phrases issue from the Lantern's creation. Its intentions are perfectly clear, and it just dives for Kathy Reynolds and starts clawing at her as Damon's like, "Kathy!" And then Byron says, it leaped on her before we could move. Damon, do something, which the time it takes to say that.
Could have done something.
Yep.
And he says, "I shall, Byron, I shall. I swear it." And he throws his arms up dramatically in the air. He makes the sign of the three, and he is bathed in the column of fire, and sure enough, he turns into the son of Satan, and his trident has found him.
I love the 3-finger point. It feels so like 90s
yeah.
WWE to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
I love that. Yeah, he has a thing where it's like, I don't want to misfire. It can't be like a 3 and a 2, or a
Right.
benediction, or
Yeah.
And he calls that the sign of the trident, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what he's.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's what he's.
I think it's the
referred
sign
to
of the
it
3. I
as.
think it's sign of the trident.
Yeah, but he, I was really every time that he's done that, like that's a panel we'll use in our social feed, and so I was kind of bummed with this one. I'm like, oh, there's all this overlapping like text boxes. It's not. Yeah, this one wasn't as perfect. I was slightly bummed, but yeah, Matt, I was also very stoked that there's a griffin here, even though not stoked that he basically mauls Dr. Reynolds.
Yeah.
So.
Thus justifying all those times that Damon said she should stay home. So
Yeah.
Right,
just
like
awful.
Gerber.
Yeah.
Do better, Gerber.
It's not very Steve, man.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's more
Well,
progressive.
let's just say this is a Mike Friedrich thing.
Yeah.
Let's just throw Mike under
right.
the bus.
Yeah, we could, but Gerber's done this before.
I'm sure
so,
he has,
yeah. So, next page, we just get a page of the son of Satan fighting a griffin with laser eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was, I'm not sure. Is that part of normal griffin mythology, Matt? Is that,
Not that I know of.
yeah, because
Not
I
in my
liked,
Harryhausen,
yeah, I liked that.
Edith Hamilton world.
Yeah, I loved that addition to where, that second panel where Damon's shooting Soulfire and the Griffin suddenly has, laser
Answers.
eyes. Yeah, answers with his
The
laser
little magician
eyes.
standoff of power.
Yeah. So this is a great action page, but boy, there's a lot of narration for a fight page. Normally, I'm okay with that, but even when I'm reading this, I was just like, oh, this isn't worth rereading. This isn't worth me reading out loud. Like that
No.
was a little weird for Gerber. Like normally he's so careful with his words, and he can be really fucking wordy. Anyone that has read Howard the Duck will tell you that. But yeah, this one was, I don't know. This reminded me more of like Stan Lee narration in a way of just like, hey, I'm seeing that on the page. I'm going to describe what you're seeing too.
Yep.
And that's how comics work.
I don't
Little
trust.
Marv Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust my artist. I need to explain everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Ebon Winged.
Yeah. Oh, Marv Wolfman and his ebon winged. Yeah. So, but at the end, like, Dan just got his ass kicked by a mythological animal, and he kind of flies off with him, which I did like. I liked that little twist at the end where we see Byron looking up, and Byron's just like, "Oh fuck!" Like,
oh no! Oh no!
like, oh no! This is not how this is supposed to go. He's the son of Satan. Yeah. No, not great.
I love that last panel from like down on Byron's level as he's watching. Like he drops his trident as well, so like he has no parachute at this point. Like whatever happens now, he's fucking freeballing.
Yeah.
And from that angle, it looks like the Griffin might have, Damon's head in his mouth.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
That middle panel though of the Griffin attacking him and raking its claws across his chest, I love that. That is mwah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
beautiful. So we get some great art on the next page because this battle in the sky has continued, and the Son of Satan has only one response: blood-throbbing, hate-filled, hell-spawned fury. So he somehow turns around as this thing's holding him and flying away with him. He grabs the top of his head and its jaw, and you get this beautiful 3-panel Buscema transformation as the devil son rage takes over, and he just gets more and more angry and more exaggerated. And it says, it's a very old saying, but all hell breaks loose. As this extreme close up on his face. And he grabs the Griffin by the chest and the head and breaks his fucking neck.
Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
In midair with no plan to get back to the ground, by the way.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
No.
So
Mythological monster murder in the midair. And so he just falls down and lands in a tree, thankfully.
Yeah.
With a big spluck as the Griffin hits the ground. I was just happy to see Damon fight a physical worthy foe. He's fought a lot of demons, a lot of things that are more psychological, particularly the last 3 issues. So it's fun to see him actually tackle with something ostensibly scary and big and physical. And to see that he actually does have chops beyond the psychological, beyond the metaphysical.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the Griffin should have got the cover billing. Trog,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Right?
Yeah.
That's such a good point. Totally. Yeah. Trog was there for, I don't know, 7 panels or something.
And easily beaten, and possibly damaged a few books, but easily beaten.
Didn't Mike Friedrich write wasn't he the fill-in writer for Werewolf, like between
Yes.
Didn't he do some of those Freak of the Weeks like in the early 20s and then pass the baton off to
That sounds right. Yeah.
So
so this might be him.
I think a lot of this, I don't know. Well, yeah, it made me wonder, it made me wonder if Gerber just is kind of on his way out and just gave Mike a plot almost and just gave like breakdowns and a plot. I don't know though. I mean, unless Gerber's just fucking tired of this book, but he doesn't seem like one to just give someone else reins over a story he's telling. That's not very Gerberian to me.
The rest of this issue is very Gerberian. Like, so
It
that's the other
is.
thing that's so weird. It's kind of a patchwork of styles because this physical thing doesn't make so much sense. Darklight feels very Friedrich to me compared to Madame Swoboda or some of the other weird oddballs we've met. So I think it's a hodgepodge.
Yeah. That Darklight especially doesn't like there's no Gerber will take something like that and then he'll put some sort of twist on it.
Yeah.
And this feels very right down the middle. It feels very
Yep.
Friedrich-y. So, yeah.
Totally agree.
All right, next page. So Damon lands and realizes that the Griffin has mauled Catherine to death, which I definitely didn't see that coming.
No.
Didn't see that coming either.
Yeah.
Again,
So-
like this could have been on the cover also.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, cover, bad choice on the cover. But
So Gil
I
saw
love-
the script for the first like few pages and was like, I got this.
You know what it
Gil.
was? I bet like Gerber was also known for, not being able to come within 100 miles of a deadline. So
Oh.
Yep.
they were probably like, what's the story going to be about? Steve's like, he's going to fight a caveman. And, and then that's the cover they drew 3 months before he started actually writing this thing.
yeah, and I feel like Gil is doing so many covers, he doesn't ask follow-up questions.
Right.
Like, he's just like, oh, okay, go. I'm on it.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So yeah, but man, I love that second panel with Byron like leaning over Catherine. I love the angle. I love the perspective. It's I don't know. That's a perfect panel in this in this issue for me. And Byron's over looking really forlorn, saying, "Too late, Damon. She's dead." And then Damon's face on that next panel, and the narration reads, Dr. Catherine Reynolds, parapsychologist, one of the few people the human Damon Hellstrom had become close to. And is the reason why in sober times he shies away from people. And it says, yeah, the berserker Damon Hellstrom is the result of having made such a friend. And yeah, so he just goes and throttles fucking Darklight, which I love. Like, I love just how insane he gets. He's saying, die, you spawn of a worm, join my father in hell. Which I love, just someone being able to say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking badass right there. And then, but of course, Darklight says, I welcome your choking hand, son of Satan. There is no death. There is no life. There is neither heaven, master, nor hell, Lord. Only the great void. All is not. Nothing is. So yeah, he's, wow. Yeah, I know.
But that catchphrase didn't catch on.
No, it didn't. But
that should have been on really thin T-shirts and head shops.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I know, but I just love how angry. Yeah. Again, of course he's mad that Kathy's dead, but nihilism really gets him riled up.
Yeah. If I was choking somebody to death and they were saying this to me, I would want to choke them so much harder.
Right?
Like that's, yeah. So it is like just incenting this already like berserker Damon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just love, it never gets old for me this entire season. Like, when Damon gets angry and like his eyes turn literally red, his irises turn red, and these fangs come out, like his demonic nature is physically manifested. I'm a sucker for it every goddamn time. And I really like that next panel after that, where he's just grabbing an old man by the throat and tackling him to the ground. Oh yeah. So I was I didn't throw my trade across the room when I saw that Kathy was dead, but I almost did.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next page, someone taps Damon on the shoulder and says, you should listen to him, Damon. We're obviously facing something here far beyond the heaven and hell of your experience. And he says, who? He whips his head around. By the fires, you! And sure enough, it is a projection of Kathy coming out of the lantern. And Byron says, a second Kathy Reynolds created from the lantern, even though the first is still lying here dead. His job is just to say what we're seeing, apparently. It's a very important job. Yep. And to look like Lugosi as Igor in the Frankenstein Universal movie.
Right.
So Darklight's recovering quickly. Says, you see, Damon Hellstrom, if this woman means so much to you, we can simply create another one. And he's going to pick himself up and dusting himself off. And sure enough, 7 projections of her come out and form out of the lantern. He says, indeed, we can create as many as you like. And if I were like 12 when I was reading this, I would have had some impure thoughts about that. But I refrained as a responsible adult.
Good for you.
And then it just says at the bottom, shock. And then more confusion as Damon's just beholding the dead body of this woman he cares about and all these constructs and a Merlin-y guy. And Darklight says, death is merely a transcendental experience, Damon. You've robbed Dr. Reynolds of that experience 10 times over. And then he starts to turn into light and wispiness as he fades away. He says, consider your crime well until I return. I love that logic. Dying is a gift. You've robbed her of it. You will be punished.
You've robbed her of it. That it was his lantern just lying on the ground.
Yep.
Okay. Never mind.
Nope. Yeah, he's not culpable at all.
No.
You're right, though. That last panel is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I would even venture to say that could be a Blacklight poster.
It could be.
So,
and therefore,
we drink to that. That's one of our new rules.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys, a listener pointed out, he's just like, you should probably make saying something should be a Blacklight poster a drinking rule, because you guys say it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I have restrained myself since then.
Not me. I don't care. I like drinking.
I take this whole page on my college wall in 1975, honestly.
Right.
And it just gets better.
It does, because, So next page, Damon's demanding to know what's going on. He's like, tell me, who are you? What happened? And one of these Kathys comes up and says, I'm Kathy Reynolds, Damon. I died, and the lantern recreated my mortal essence. I felt it all as it happened, while my spirit existed in a void. Then he's like, and these others, explain them. He really wants to be spoon-fed this whole thing. Damon's
wandering around.
Damon's normally very confident and knows what's going on, but this has sent him for a loop. He just, Yeah, he needs all the explanation. And yeah, he's like, and these others, explain them. And she says, there is genuine as I, an exact duplication of consciousness. And again, Byron is just there to say dumb shit. He's like, that's impossible. And yet, but then, Damon's had enough. He says, duplication perhaps, but not recreation. A soul is created but once. Thus, only one of you truly possesses the soul of Catherine Reynolds. What a fucking great panel. The next one is. He's holding his trident forth. It's shooting out those great circles that we've seen it do before. He says, one of you, or perhaps none, the trident will tell. And the trident speaks with fire. And then he just blasts all of them with fucking soul fire.
Yep.
And disintegrates all of them. Well, except the real one. But yeah, so that fifth panel and that sixth panel, I was just like, man, this is why comics are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's especially that one from like the trident's perspective, and all of the recreations of Kathy are being destroyed. And then the last one is left behind. She says, destroyed, turn to ash, all of them except me. Then maybe those others weren't real. And she says what we're all thinking, I can't tell what's real these days.
This is this again, this is like the fourth page in a row where I'm like, I did not see that.
Yeah,
right?
And,
This whole issue.
which made me so happy.
That's a good read. That's a good comic.
Yep.
And
And
Miles Warren is somewhere writing this all down and going, okay, just
Yeah.
make a whole bunch of clones. And then you don't know which one is the real one. I love this.
Yeah.
yeah, and spoiler alert, this is the last time Damon will solve a problem like this in this issue.
Yeah.
This becomes sort of his go-to.
Yep.
I also love that fourth panel, like as he's talking about like how one of these is actually real, and he's picking his trident up off the ground. Like, I'll figure this out. I got just the thing.
Yeah, he is so like you were just saying, he is uncharacteristically not confident.
Yeah.
One panel before
Yeah.
that, and then he's just like, nope, I got it. Everybody just stand
he remembers
back.
who he is. He's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the fucking son of Satan. Hip, time to get to work.
Yeah, so it's, on the that last panel there, she says, I can't tell what's real these days. And we go to the next page. Byron says, you can't? How about me trying to explain you and this body in one universe? So Byron's starting to lose his Christian shit. And Damon says, 'tis most simple, Byron Hyatt. Only the pure spirit of a person is unique. The flesh can be totally regenerated, whether in the normal human cycle of 7 years or in this somewhat more extraordinary fashion. In any case, this remains no more than a worthless husk. And he is shooting hellfire at the dead body of his potential love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's burning
definitely,
and smoking. And he's like, as Byron's freaking out, he's like, why the shock, student priest? Is not what I explained reasonable. And Byron's like having a nervous breakdown. Like, he's like, is it not concordant with your current theology? He's like, I'm gonna be sick. His friend who just drove him here has just been bursting in flames. And he snaps. He's like, how could you do that? She was your friend, and you just wiped her out. No burial, no final rites. Damon's like, need I inform you that last rites are for the dead? Dr. Reynolds is alive, Byron. Only her body died. And then we get this panel at the end where Kathy is finally showing all of our experiences. He's like, is that not correct, Dr. Reynolds? And she's just like, clutching her face and crying like, you burned me, destroyed me right in front of my eyes. Let me ask you, Damon, have you ever watched yourself be cremated, die, and be reborn? And then it just says, a bitter sneer forms on the lips of the son of Satan. It's like, I've done a lot of shit, lady.
Yeah.
And he just swoops off with his trident. Bah, I have better things to attend to than explaining reality to the mentally blind. My trident detects Father Darklight's psychic trail, and I will follow it. So he's got a dowsing rod.
Yep.
Netheranium does a lot of things in this book.
The magic.
Oh my
metal.
God. What a dick move though. Like he just destroys the psyches of his two only friends. Then it's just like, yeah, you guys deal with this shit. I'm out of here.
And just really casually too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is losing their shit around him and falling apart. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't get the big deal. It's like, it's just, it's just a meat sack. I just took care of it. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
His logic is unassailable. He's like Perry Mason in the courtroom. He's just,
It's like, why don't you guys
this is
get
how it
this?
is, dummies. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, that whole characterization on this page was the numbness to the net effect of this happening to his friends is lost on him. That's a cool character note. Like,
Yes, it is.
he doesn't understand the human experience. He is not human.
Yeah.
I love that page, man. That was this from here on out. It's just completely bananas.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was I was waiting for a moment like this in this book, where I have not read a ton of Son of Satan, and I was like, is this really is it just going to be kind of like sort of the goofy Marvel superhero versus supervillain type thing, with like a little extra magic, sprinkled in, and then you get to that page, and you're like, oh, all right, I guess. Yeah, no, they're going for it. And then at this point, like Gerber and Friedrich they stomp the accelerator down and they don't stop until the end of the book. So it's pretty great.
It's awesome. So yeah, next page, Damon follows the psychic emanations to Rockwood Reservation. And so this is like a hiking place. This has like a bunch of trails. It's outside of St. Louis, I think. Did you look this up too, Matt?
I did not look this one up today.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it's really big. It's kind of like Forest Park in St. Louis,
okay.
but it's a little further out. Yeah, Gerber has taken us on this magical tour of St. Louis for his entire run of Son of Satan.
It's been awesome.
It has been awesome. We've learned a lot.
Yep.
And
was he riding off a trip or something? Is that what this is?
No, this is where he grew up.
He grew up here,
Okay.
so he's proud of this place. So he's been showcasing his cool little features and stuff. It's neat.
Yeah,
he's getting
like
kickbacks from the Chamber of Commerce.
And that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Everybody's dirty.
He's already used this to because like Gateway University is obviously the college that he went to, and he's gotten in his digs at the dean. He's had the characters go to his favorite coffee house, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, we saw his like essentially the Rimsky-Corsa coffee house. Like he's taking us everywhere.
Yeah,
I feel like I could just visit myself without help.
Yeah. So he goes to Rockwood Reservation inside of a cave, and he sees the Nihilists. And the Nihilists are just, saying ridiculous shit. Some of it, praise be Darklight, the cold in the midst of flame, the air in the midst of vacuum. You get it. They just go on like this for a while. Darklight shows up. He says, shout, my children. It brings on the quiet. Yeah, at this point, I was just like, man, I get it. Like, I get what you're doing, but I'm really tired of it.
Lewis Carroll. Blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
I know at this point. And he said, so he's asking, he says, it's time for another of you to give yourself unto me that my dark flame may be nourished and Damon Hellstrom destroyed. So a woman comes up who looks remarkably like a character that we saw during the Tarot saga, right, Matt?
Christine Sand?
Yeah, it looked like Christine Sand a little
like
bit.
Her a bit, yeah.
Yeah. And so this woman comes
That'd
forward.
be a cool twist, by the way.
I know. That's what I was kind of I was hoping, but then no. And she says, I, Father Darklight, I shall be the next to revitalize the void. So, yeah, I mean, any hints that this could be Friedrich? No, this is 100% Gerber. All of this weird nonsense is so Gerber.
I love that, the way that Sal and is it Green? Make her like, her eyes are just like pinpoints, like she's just under the sway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great depiction of like someone who's like a cult member. And
So
those cool dudes in the background.
Mm-hmm.
As character design, Matt, I mean, how would you have done the Legion of Nihilists better? Would you make them Roman soldiers? Is there a better way of doing? There has to be a better way, right?
I wish that I could have interviewed Gerber before he died and asked what the vision was for their costumes, like why they dressed. Because when we first saw them in the 4,000 Holes in Forest Park, or what was it called? 4,000 Holes in something?
In Forest Park, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They were a mishmash, like even more absurd. Like there was like Roman soldiers and
protesters
and medieval like knights. Like they were just like, it was just like a get whatever you can and come. And now they've kind of settled into a medieval thing. And I wonder if that's like it's the Dark Ages. So they're like uninformed.
I guess.
I can't figure out why he settled on this garb for them. But the next page is disturbing and would have upset me as a kid. So she has volunteered, and Father Darklight's says, "Very well, daughter. Step forward. Let me envelop you, absorb your life energies into myself and the lantern." So she comes to him and he embraces her. She throws her head back in agony, and he's extracting her life essence. It's like, we're all about the same age. When I saw the Beastmaster, the winged devourers, whatever those things are called, fucked me up for like a long time. And this is like that, like just opening the wings up and just a bunch of bones and viscera just come flopping down the ground. So her essence goes in the lantern, it charges it, and she is this husk, almost more like the Dark Crystal, this like life force, devoid husk, and she just falls down the ground, like just looking dazed, like, oh shit. And he says, "Praise be the great void." And Damon's witnessed this whole thing. He's like, everything is so apparent now. These stolen life energies are used for Darklight's lantern's supposed creations. So yeah, he's essentially his Green Lantern cell. That he's creating these light constructs out of, whatever, but using people's souls. And so yeah, he's done. He says the laws of cosmic energy conservation are again upheld. I love that Gerber's like, just like, you can't have a power structure without economy. It ruins it.
Right.
So you have to have fuel. You have to get, you can't just, Bitcoin has to be mined, man, and he says, "And you followers of nihilism, you have been deceived." So now they're like, and they're all turning around, shocked that he's been invaded their sanctum. In your search for value, even if it be nullity, you have fallen victim to a cosmic hoax. And he's like walking down the stairs, approaching them with his trident out, which is smoking, getting ready to destroy. Darklight uses you for his own ends. Will you accept this? And Darklight says, "The demon enters, voicing reason in our midst. Destroy him!" So yeah, reason is not welcome in this cave.
No.
God, that sequence of those top 4 panels, you're
I know.
right. It's chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I love it. And it just doesn't let up. Like you said, the gas is down and it's...
Yeah, I mean, the bonkers nature of the story just ratchets up again. First panel on the next page, I love Damon like bowls through the nihilists. And they just like, they fly all over the place. I'm a sucker for that kind of motion and action. And he's saying, "Are all of you so deluded that you fail to grasp the truth even when it slaps you in the face?" He says, "Very well, if you persist in acting like pawns, you will be treated as such." And so, there's this nihilist that like comes from behind him. Damon whips around. He says, "You've left me no choice, fool. If I'm to save my life, yours must end." And he just impales this guy on his trident.
Yeah.
Massive silhouette kill.
Oh, that silhouette kill is amazing. Like, it's way more effective than like a super bloody panel where you see fucking viscera coming out. Like that's great. I mean, that's economical. It's perfect. I love that panel.
Yep.
And code approved.
Yeah,
And
very code approved.
Yep. Yeah, he finally used the stabber. It's like I was thinking, like, he's gone through this whole issue with 3 sharp prongs on the end of a stick, and he's the son of Satan. It's like, I mean, this really feels like Chekhov's trident. Like at some point, someone's got to get it right, and they paid it off. So
I didn't expect anyone to, because I'm used to the flat of the ebony blade.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you're right, Brian. Though, but like, because so far, for the most part, the business end of his trident has been the bottom, where the exhaust comes out from his soul fire. So. Yeah, when he actually uses it to pitch some human hay, pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's very cool. Yeah, Damon says, "One of your own has died uselessly. Has this brought you to your senses?" And guess what? It hasn't.
No.
And Darklight says, "I speak for the rest, and they desire your death, Demon Bringer. And what better new form of vengeance against a son of Satan?" And guess what flies out of the lantern? An angel.
Warren Worthington III.
Yeah, Warren Worthington.
I really wish it had been a biblically accurate angel, but we can. I guess guys with wings are fine too.
It's fine, I guess.
Give me 3 intersecting rings with a bunch of eyes, though. Like any day.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I really like that that panel when he's saying to them, like, are you all gonna still do this shit? Like, that's the perfect epitome of like someone like, that pointing back and saying like, "You fools!
Yeah.
Look at what you've done." It's perfect.
It is. It's great.
And yeah, that white, blue-eyed, beautiful blonde angel. So Christian. Tell me more about these biblically correct angels. with
Oh
the
yeah,
rings.
it's just what is it? It's from is it from the Gnostic Gospels, or is it just like basically in old Christian texts, like the description of angels, it's horrifying. Like they're like basically three hula hoops all kind of moving around each other, like something out of The Prisoner almost. And all of them are lined with like dozens of eyes. And it's just like it's like this thing out of cosmic horror. That
no shit.
Yeah, it sounds like both Lovecraft and anything Alan Moore is describing.
as
100%.
As
Yep.
Yeah, it's
viewing
definitely in
time.
the Gnostic Gospels, and I think Ezekiel has a vision
I
of
think
one
you're
of those
right.
that people talk about. That it's a vehicle, but it's the wheel within a wheel.
Yes.
and all of that stuff, and so it's not as cool as some blonde guy with a sword. But,
No, but much more like Zechariah Sitchin, like alien.
Sumerian gods.
Yeah, but like
are aliens.
ancient alien like technology
Yeah.
being perceived as being angels.
Yeah.
So the next page, what better form of vengeance against the son of Satan than, and so this angel leaps out, than the flaming sword of an angel of the Lord. And so he besets himself upon Damon, who is cowering. It says Damon's fading human reason understands that any mention of heaven brings out the devil nature in him. So don't even say it around me. I swear to God, I'll fucking freak out. So son of Satan understands this too, only he doesn't care. So he's just gone ape shit. The flames of fury surge through his soul and thence through his trident. So his rage is being manifested through his trident and soul fire, and he's blasted this blonde angel, and it falls to the ground, and it's indeed actually a dead demon, and it looks like I don't know, abomination or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
And it says, "Gone now are the words of persuasion. Only a terrifying, all-consuming rage remains." As Damon's just wielding this thing now, so he's done. Party's over. Swiftly, the son of Satan swirls around and directs his unceasing soulfire stream, and he puts it on Father Darklight. And let's see what happens. Weirdness, man. Love seeing the beautiful blonde, blue-eyed angel turn into a demon in white robes with leather bat wings.
He was a Skrull.
He was all along.
Every time. So I don't know. This next page I fucking loved. I loved every panel of this next page.
Oh God.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, here we go again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again. Yeah, Dark
I want
Light.
the original art for
yeah.
this, so I'm drinking because that is another rule that we have.
Oh yeah, that is
yeah.
another rule. All right.
So
we get
Brian, if
four-
you're shopping, my birthday's in October.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Top 4 panels, we get Darklight, who's coming out of the flames, burning and just laughing. And he's saying, "You cannot kill nothing. I've already proven that to you. That which isn't. That isn't. He's like, "Give up, Damon Hellstrom. Give me your trident. There's no use resisting." And then, that panel on the right of Damon just saying, "Enough, enough, enough." And then he grabs his trident and he's saying, "All of you have done naught but wreak havoc on the people around you. You have frightened, you have murdered, you have destroyed, you have consciously chosen this path of the damned. So my father will be glad to greet you in hell." And then just all of the flames come out of his trident, all of them. And just, they're almost like tendrils. I was looking for like a dragon in there, or comates, I thought he was going to come out of there. But so he just basically disintegrates everybody with soul fire.
Yeah, this is when you hold on the B button and your character charges up their weapon.
Yeah. And then,
I love it.
Full Dark Phoenix. Yeah.
It is, right? Yeah. It was this crazy Dark Phoenix panel at the bottom there. But everything about this page I loved.
Yeah. And I love that he's done. Like he's done.
Yeah, that's it.
Like that
Story
angel
over.
attack, that was you just fucking hulked the banner. Like
Yeah.
you guys fucked around and now you're finding out.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought as this issue started that I'd read some more modern Damon Hellstrom appearances, but I don't think I've read this specifically. And I was like, oh, is this just kind of like mamby-pamby stepping around things? And it seemed like that at the beginning. And then it just turned all the way to this, where there's moral quandaries of him like murdering his friend's corpse, whatever, burning his friend's corpse in front of her, and then just killing a whole bunch of cultists.
He killed a cult.
Yeah, he just burned them all alive.
No, he just murdered a ton
He was
of
done
nihilists.
reasoning with them.
Yeah.
They were not going to listen to reason, so he killed all of them and said, "Say hi to my dad, bitches."
Yeah. So I
That's
was
the
very
most
happy.
fucking boss move.
Yeah, it made me think that like Gerber, I don't know. It made me think like, do the editors just pay attention to the cover and the first 2 pages of a comic?
Feels like it sometimes.
Like they looked at that, they're like, oh, he's fighting a caveman. Good job, Steve. You did it again.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reality of it, like at this time, there wasn't a lot of editorial interference at
Len
all.
Wein has been an editor for like, I don't know how many
half an
months
hour
at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe 2 pages is being generous. Maybe
Yeah.
they just looked at the cover and they're like, oh, okay, good. Sounds good.
And I know it's not too far after this that Gerber basically edits his own stuff for the rest of the time he's at Marvel. So
Yeah.
I mean, he may be like unofficially doing that right now.
Probably, actually. Yeah. And I'm not sure exactly how. I mean, I think I've read in interviews, and you guys talked about this too. I mean, all the guys at this point, they all did their stint as editors, and they hated it
Yeah.
because they had to rein in their friends,
Yep.
and suddenly they're the bad guy and they're the adult in the room, and that's why all of them did it for like a year
Yep.
Yep.
Until Jim Shooter,
until Jim Shooter,
who had no problem
no,
being that guy.
he had no problem being the bad guy.
Yeah.
So for good and
for
for
better or
bad.
for worse.
Yep.
Matt and I recognize both of those.
Yep.
In Shooter.
Oh, 100%.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very complex individual.
Complicated legacy.
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of good. So on the last page here, they're all dead. He just smoked them. So it says dead. All dead. All save for one cultist, shielded by the son of Satan's own body. And so, yeah, behind him, there's this woman who somehow survived this nuking of all these people with soul fire. And it says, their souls, we suspect, are now finally realizing the error of their earthly lives. I love that. Like, oh, man, like some 20-year-old nihilist who's like some hippie kid. He's like, this is cool, man. No, you get laid a lot and you smoke weed and talk about nonsense. And he's like, oh, fuck, in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says, slowly the bloodlust fades away and the human Damon regains control. And then we get this cool panel of Father Darklight, but his body's gone. It's just his robe and the lantern levitating. It says, only to observe a most peculiar sequence of events. And it just crashes to the ground, shatters, and then we get this close-up on the lantern. It's a bunch of ants crawling off into the desert or in the cave.
Or like cockroaches, maybe.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
roaches, right?
So he was roaches? They were chimps
all
the whole
along.
time?
Yeah, he was chimps. It was chimps the whole time, Matt. We should have known.
Did not see that coming. Honestly,
Right? Every single page
Yeah.
we
if you
say
paid me
that.
$1,000 to guess the surprise ending of Father Darklight, it would not have been, is he made out of cockroaches? Damn it, here's your $1,000, Matt. So we get this cut in on the female survivor, and she says, she's thinking, should I destroy him now when he at least expects an attack? No, a truly absurd time would be later. How fitting. So she's still dedicated to the mission.
No,
This is climbing off through the rocks. Then later it shall be, and so much more exquisite.
This is an origin story we're seeing right here.
And if she didn't show up again, it's a goddamn shame on Marvel's part. So yeah, in the foreground, Damon's like, he's just speechless, watching all the cockroaches crawl out of the robes. And, it's just, and then with this nice last panel, there's a spotlight, him looking down, beholding the remains of Father Darklight, and it says, after all his strongly worded sentiments about the order and the cosmos, this. Will he ever make sense of it? Right now, he just doesn't know. And we get a teaser. Next, the son of Satan versus Satana. Hopefully with a little bit less incest than before.
No, I'm assuming there's going to be some. There's always a little with Satana.
There's always a little incest.
Well,
Yeah,
they're just half siblings, right? So
No.
Oh,
They're
no, they're
full-on
full.
siblings.
Are they
they're
really?
full siblings?
Same mother.
Same mother.
Oh,
Satan took human form and sired 2 children with a poor lady.
Mm.
Victoria.
And if you look back, when Satan the form he takes to seduce this woman is just Namor. He's just Namor.
He's just
Well, I mean, you could understand then.
I mean, the most manly and attractive of male forms.
Yes.
I'd give Namor a baby.
Yeah,
Those abs do not quit. Yeah.
all of us would.
Yeah.
So before we move into final thoughts here, I want to read a letter about this issue. So this was published in Son of Satan #1, shortly after this. And there's actually 2 really short letters, so I'm going to read them both. Okay, here's the first one. Okay, guys, I always knew that if anyone could write a good story about nothing, it would be Marvel. And to put so much action into all the nothingness, sheer genius. You folks went ahead to prove that to attempt to believe in nothing is a paradox, a folly that can only be broken in the end, if only for the fact that a belief is something in itself, and that defeats the whole purpose. Terribly metaphysical, folks, but fun nevertheless. And that's from Patience Graymalkin from New York City.
What?
I don't know. I like Graymalkin.
Yeah,
That's very Tolkien.
Yeah.
It sounds like the name of the lady who just skulked off at the end of this issue.
Signed, recovering cult member, Patience Graymalkin. The other very short letter just says, it's cut off so I can't see the whole name, but it says, Dear Steve Gerber, that which is, isn't. That which isn't, is. So Steve Gerber doesn't exist, and Marvel Spotlight number 23 never happened. Man, am I confused. But guess what? If a nihilist gets hold of a no prize, you're in trouble. I'd sure like to see more of the mysterious Father Darklight. Only, shouldn't his name be Mother Darklight? Wow, this whole thing is really a gas. I think it's Jeff Long from Oak Park, Illinois.
Oh boy.
So the response is, Mother Darklight? Nah, these nihilists are never consistent. Can't let the order of things get too structured, don't you know? So yeah, what'd you think of those letters?
Maybe not the most inspired that we've read so far.
I do like that someone says, what if a no prize, showed up at a nihilist mailbox? That's
true.
To think about.
That's a good writing prompt, right?
So
there.
yeah. Antimatter versus matter.
It is.
So this was the penultimate, as I mentioned, Steve Gerber issue of Son of Satan. And what did you guys think of it?
Like I said,
you go first.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with how it wound up ramping up. I really did. I worried that in the first half of it, it's like, it's just like I don't want to read about the devil's kid just frogging around St. Louis. Like that's that feels like it's not fulfilling its promise to me. And then when he starts, incinerating corpses, I'm like, all right, and breaking griffins' necks and. And then it just goes absolutely bonkers. Like, this doesn't even feel like they knew where it was going at the start. It feels like they kind of figured out where it was going to go as it went along. And I mean, considering how some of these things are produced, like that may very well have been the case, where it's like, all right, we're going to have him fight that caveman guy because it's on the cover. And then, I don't know. And then sort of, they just kept riffing and they came up with something that I don't know if it's good, but it's memorable. Like it's bonkers. So yeah,
I feel like you're totally right. I feel like the cover and the first 3 pages was the pitch, and then as things worked out, Gerber just did Gerber stuff, and it's just kind of like, in my opinion, it got better and better as it got Gerbered.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Like I was, like. Begrudgingly, we're just starting this title literally in the next couple of episodes for us, and I was like, oh man, I'm at page 7 and this is just not doing a lot. We're in the school cafeteria or whatever at that point. And
Rob's expectations for a book called Son of Satan are through the roof to begin with.
Yes.
And I'm familiar with the character, and so I was about page 9. Yeah, right when the Griffin shows up, that's cool, but I still think we might be sort of business as usual. The Griffin's neck breaks and he falls out of the sky. And I'm like, okay, then every single page was, I didn't see that coming. So I loved it. As long as I don't care how great the content is, as long as it's creative and interesting. And this was hitting it for me. So, and it's, it's the son of Satan. There's all kinds of sweet stuff about Satan and hell in almost every page. So can't go wrong for me.
I think you're going to have a lot of
warms my
fun
heart.
with this run, particularly the back half of Gerber's work on it. The psychedelic and the kind of metaphysical and the introspective loom pretty large, wouldn't you say, Jacob?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I was glad that Brian and Rob, you were going to be on this issue, because as someone that's listened to every episode of your show, I know that sometimes, especially for that long run in the 60s, when nothing surprised you, there were it was just a flat line for a really long time. And so I know that you guys love to be surprised. And so, yeah, as I read this issue, I was just like, oh yeah, they're going to like this. Because it's going to lull you into a sense of safety. And then you're right. Griffin's neck breaks and everything changes. and so, yeah. And actually, Matt, this is Gerber's last issue, because next issue is written by Chris Claremont.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Claremont writes 24, and then it goes to Scarecrow, I think, after that, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it goes to Sinbad.
Oh, it goes to Sinbad, then it goes to Scarecrow.
The film version of the John Philip Law Sinbad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, issue 24, the next issue we're going to be talking about, is written by Chris Claremont.
I think Scarecrow killed it. Scarecrow was the final issue of 2 titles, Dead of Night and Marvel Spotlight.
Oh, man.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I fucking love that character.
I know you love that
really
character.
Wanted him to take off, and people did not respond.
No. Yeah, I loved this issue. I thought it was good. I loved Dan Green as the inker. I thought the art really kicked ass. I loved the art on this, and I loved that. Yeah, it was weird. The division in this issue is so strange, because the back half is so Gerber. It's just the most Gerber thing you could read. And yeah, it's a slow start. It's a slow build, but then it just gets insane for the last 8 pages, which makes it all worth it.
Now that I know that Claremont wrote the next issue, I'm pretty sure Gerber was too busy, and this is a half script, and Friedrich propped up the beginning with that Trog thing.
I would think so, right?
It feels like it's like like Rob was saying, breaking the Griffin's neck was like the turning the key in the blue box in Mulholland Drive, or taking the fucking goo acid in Mandy. It just fucking went sideways after that.
Yeah. So I'd like to imagine, you're right, Matt. I'd love to imagine that Gerber just turned that in from the Griffin fight on.
Yeah.
And then Friedrich's like, oh fuck, I guess I'm just gonna tack 6 pages of boring shit on.
It's Steve, this is only 11 pages. What are you doing?
Right. Which I feel like people said to him a lot.
Yeah.
I have no issues with Mike Friedrich, but that multiplicity Kathy thing, everything from the Griffin dying on is so Gerber. It's so fucking Gerber in this run. So I think that he was brought in to prop up the first half. I bet a testicle on it. The good one, too. Yeah.
That's I don't know if that's a safe bet. We'll see. Yeah. So this is the point in the show where we give our shout outs. So we'll remind people about our Patreon. You can subscribe on a bunch of different tiers. First tier is just $1. It's like a tip jar. Remind me of I always forget the names of the lower tiers, which is not a great, it's Scaly one, I think.
$1 is cult member, $2 is Scaly one.
Scaly one. Okay. So yeah, you can do that for the $1, just a little tip jar. $2, you get the audio version of the bonus show, which is good, but Matt spends a lot of time on the video version. They're quite cool. $3 is, which one was that? I can't remember what the $3 one is.
Blanking on the name for the $3. Sorry.
Yeah. So that one, you get the audio and the video version. But we are most concerned now with our $5 level, which is the pack members. Pack members get the audio, the video version of the bonus show, lots of extras. The extra we gave away last week was a version of our theme song, a tiki version of our theme song, written and performed by Michael Giacchino. That was unreal. That was something we did not expect, and was really, really amazing. And so, yeah, if you're a Patreon member, you can just download that. You can just listen to that. That's yours. That's a gift.
Yours.
Well, it's a gift from Michael, technically.
From Michael. He did all the
he did do all the work, but you know,
you wrote the song, so
I wrote the song. Matt contributed a lot to it. I would call you a co-writer, and yeah, so that's just one of the things. We also we posted the interview we did with Tim Tucker for Pod Magazine.
The full interview?
The full interview, which was pretty cool. So yeah, you get tons of cool shit. And what you also get is a shout out. So we do these shout outs at the end of our show to thank the PAC members. And these are people like Tim Tucker.
Brian from Marvel by the Month. He's right here in front of me.
I literally see him.
That's me.
Yeah.
Blake, last name withheld.
Caleb.
David Goodwin.
Ben M.
Michelle from Moonlit Comics.
Letty.
Jeff Fitzpatrick.
Jesse McFerrin.
Johnny Turner.
Justin the Owl.
Russ from Pathways, a Sith podcast.
Brad Michael Elmore.
Jason Feinstone.
Jared C.
Brink.
Bill from Long Island.
David D.
Glenn Latch.
And Rob Haferman. Thank you so much for what you do. You are the best. But actually, I mean, you're good, but there is a level above the best.
Asterisk.
Yeah, asterisk a little bit, because our highest tier is $10 or more. And those are the Star Gods. Those of you who listen to our Man-Wolf episode know that he did evolve and change into a barbarian space deity known as the Star God. Some of our favorite comics that have ever been written.
Yep.
That's why we named our highest tier after it. And these are people that get all of the shit that we talked about for the PAC members. They also, after 6 months of being a Star God, you get a free shirt or whatever you want from our shop. There's also exclusives just to Star Gods as well. So it is definitely worth checking out that tier. And these are people like MJ or Some British Cult.
Ryan from Across the Bifrost.
John Walsh.
Michael Giacchino.
That's
Nailed
right.
Yep,
That's right.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. Melissa Watts.
Josh Lank.
Jackson T. Overstreet.
Mark Nivens.
Eric Hadley.
And Catherine Neff.
Thank you all so much. You make the show work, and you make everything that we do so much better. And that's why we give these shout outs at the end. So thank you again.
Indeed. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. It was a blast to talk through this bananas issue with you.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having us. And we have plans to have you back on one of our Monster by the Month episodes in the very near future.
Awesome.
Since Mr. Hellstrom is about to make his debut as well in our show. So it'd be great to have you on board for that and all the other crazy Bronze Age monster goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know we're up for it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll put a link to your show, and particularly the Patreon version of your show, because we highly encourage people to check out the Patreon show. It is a lot of bang for your buck. You get a lot more content for a small amount. So we love it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And right back at you. I mean, you guys do a brilliant job providing a ton of content on the Patreon. And you'd be a fool not to subscribe. I mean, not just to get all that extra stuff, but I mean, you guys do good work. And it's, people should, if they have a few bucks, they should pay to support people who do good work. So
that's what I've been saying.
That's what I've been saying.
Matt's been saying that this whole time.
That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. And listeners, thank you for joining us this week. You folks that Jacob was mentioning, you're going to hear us on the bonus show. The last episode, the one that came out just before this, we talked about the Mondo documentary film Black Angels, White Angels, which is in the English language released as Witchcraft 70, a faux documentary about how scary occult practices are. That was a movie. We watched that.
That was a movie that we watched.
Yes.
And we will have things to say about that thing called a movie.
Yes. And I'm going to throw some clips in there and stuff. If you folks are a fan of Electric Wizard, the doom metal band, they have sampled the fuck out of this film. I mean, they use the entire Buffalo, as far as I can tell. Every goddamn line, I was like, ooh, I should sample that. I look it up like, oh, they already did that.
Yep.
So yeah, check that out. It's fun. The bonus show's a blast. We're having a great time there.
Yeah, we are.
All right, everybody. Well, until we meet next week by the Seven Circles and the Hadean Chimes, stay bronze, Pony Boy. Stay bronze.
That's the Lord's Prayer backwards.